My name is John, and I'm 20 years old. I study social work at UNSW. Yeah, and I live in Granville. I like playing basketball and going out and doing bushwalking and stuff like that. I was thinking about how I came with the idea of hitchhiking over the holidays, and I think I was first exposed to that idea through a documentary I saw on YouTube. It was like a Vice documentary of these two Korean guys that hitchhiked all the way along the east coast of America and then along the west coast of America as well. And so I think I became familiar with the idea through the video. And I just thought, if these two guys can do it and they're safe and nothing happened to them, it's probably something that I could do as well. Yeah, leading up to the trip of my hitchhiking trip, I just didn't know what to expect. What is the environment like in Australia? Do people pick up hitchhikers? As an Australian, as an Asian Australian, am I going to get picked up, or is it only for white people? I thought. Hey Gary, how's it going?
I'm going well, yourself?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Hey everyone, here with Gary. And where are we going today?
I don't know where you're going, but I'm going to Pittsburgh.
But to be honest with you, I think the time that I wanted to quit the most was in the beginning, before we even got a proper ride. This lady, we were asking her for some tips about hitchhiking, and she really discouraged us. She asked us whether we knew that there were buses and trains, and yeah, just not having done it before, I think that was really tough.
You tell me, man, where are we?
We're on the Bruce Highway.
Is it still called the Bruce Highway?
Some of the lessons, well, there are a lot of lessons I learned from hitchhiking, really good life lessons, really. But I guess one of them is, because with hitchhiking, if you don't stay on the side of the road and ask for rides, or put your hand out there and try to get a ride, you're never going to get a ride. So I think one of the lessons was, if you don't make an effort to do anything, you're not going to get to the places you want, or you're not going to have an experience at all. One of the questions that we're asked most often is, do we meet crazy people? Aren't you guys scared of getting kidnapped or whatever? But I realized a lot of those perceptions have been shaped by media, and yeah, it's seen that in Australia to hitchhike, it's likely you're going to get kidnapped and raped. I guess because of the incident with Ivan Milat a few years ago.
I met him.
Oh yeah, hello.
Oh,
yeah.
I actually picked him up. He was waiting 1 hour at a roundabout. So random roundabout, I saw him with a backpack and had a sign, so I was like, okay, you need help.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just took him all the way to Sydney, because we're in the same position. And we had a good time.
Yeah, that was... Realize there's always going to be all these attitudes and ideas that people have that would force you to conform to a certain lifestyle or a certain way you act. But if you really want something, you just got to go for it despite the risks. And most of the time you realize it's so different to what people thought anyway. And I think that's just with a lot of different aspects in life. Whether it's the way you want to live your life in terms of career, the way you want to raise your kids, there's always going to be this set idea that you have to conform to. And people are going to, give you all these reasons why. But really at the end of the day, if it's what you really want to do, I think you got to do it. Like society always, tells us to conform, and really it limits our opportunities and the different variety of experiences we have. Because if we really conform, we're just going to be like everyone else. And I've been surfing as well the last few months, and they say Asians can't surf, but